talaga sila. Sabi ni Ma'am Wilma, maganda yung laban ng senatorial kasi malakas talaga ang youth vote. Ayaw na nila sa mga budots, giling-giling, depektibo at kikibuloy. Maybe. Siguro nga, ayaw nga nila lang artista, ganyan. But it also means that we have to recognize them. May boses sila. Now we have to watch it. Kaya nga, tingnan nyo, every time kunwari, nag-rally sila or anything like that, I'm always on their side, kahit iba yung politika nila. Not because I want their votes, but because I remember what it's like to be young and idealistic, to fight for something that's so far beyond your reach, but you will fight anyway. That's how you think when you're young. Sabi ni Violeta, my son told me that with the result in the Senate, people are trying to change the narrative of BBM and FPRD, but of Yellows and Duterte. No, not change the narrative. The story has changed. The narrative has changed. BBM was trying to create alliances with everybody except the Dutertes. The strategy was to isolate the Dutertes. What he did not know was na kung ganong katuso at kataydor sila, ganun din yung mga kausap nila. In fact, having an alliance with the Dutertes was such a sure thing because VP Inday refused to take revenge or to go after them to be as traitorous as they were in the first 2 years of her vice presidency. She tried to be loyal, tried to play the game, tried to remain within the good graces of the admin, pero they went against her. The Dutertes are loyal and they chose the wrong person to double cross. They tried to create alliances with the reds, with the yellows, with the pinks, with everybody else, failing to recognize that these people were for themselves. The Dutertes would have helped them out. The DDS would have helped them out. They didn't. They refuse to recognize that. It isn't trying to change the narrative. The narrative changed. Look at the results. 3 yellow candidates, or pink, if whatever you want to call them. 3 yellows. Hindi sila nasa alyansa ha. Lahat ng alyansa maging green, yellow, purple, whatever, na nandun sa kanila, talo. Which means ang kiss of death was alyansa. The kiss of death was the administration. Ang bilis nilang nawalan ng credibility. Ang bilis nilang ginalit ang mga taong bumoto sa kanila. Actually, this was expected. That's what, ganito yun ha. Alam nila na after midterms, lame duck si Presidente Marcos. After midterms, lalakas na si VP Inday at magbabago na ng mga alliances towards her. The Yellows knew this too, so they had to establish their candidates now in the midterm elections. Pero tignan ninyo ang nangyayari. So, alyansa, thinking that they could draw in all the enemies of the Dutertes and create an alliance that will prop up the current administration, mali sila doon. The current administration, dahil they are so inept, they are so incompetent, they look so incorrigible, they look so pathetically corrupt, nobody wants to be associated with them. The first 3 years was enough to establish how grossly incompetent this administration is. It's so incompetent that not even their own allies can support them and have struck off on their own. So yeah, the shifting of powers, natural yan after midterms. Natural yan. And even before elections, sinasabihan na ako ng mga mayors, ng mga congressmen, Attorney, pasensyahan niyo na muna kami. Administrasyon kami kasi hindi kami mananalo sa midterm elections kung wala yung pera nila. Pero after the midterm elections, babalik na lang, shift na kami ng alliance to Inday because we will be preparing for 2028. Alam ng administrasyon yan. At kaya they tried to destroy Inday para hindi na siya maging force post-midterm elections. Ang problema, wala naman magaling sila manira, I will have to hand it to them. However, wala silang accomplishments. Nakafocus sila sa paninira, nakalimutan nila ng accomplishments. Because in the end, that is the strongest campaign rhetoric that you need. Yung listahan mo kung anong nagawa mo. Pia wins because of Peter. Who is Peter? Hindi naman bagong senadora si Pia. Re-electionist yan. Nung nanalo si Pia noon, was on the strength. Wala may kilala sa kanya. Alam mo kung paano siya nanalo? Very hypnotic yung campaign jingle niya. Di ba? Ewan ko kung naaalala ninyo yon. Pia, Pia, Pia Cayetano. Remember? Can I say iba yung post-election glow mo, attorney? Actually, it's not a post-election glow. Last night was the first time na no, after pumasok yung mga election returns, tapos nakikita na natin kung sino yung mga more or less trending na mananalo, was the best sleep I had in a long time. The best sleep I had since March 11. Sabi ni J. Matthew, tama, walang nagawa, puro paninira lang. Si Erwin Tulfo lang ang nagbuhat sa administrasyon. Siya na lang ang survivor, no, ng administrasyon. Sabi ni Farmer Dad, this election is good momentum for PDP. Yes. So sana yung mga mga naysayers sa loob ng PDP, and hindi naman tayo immune dun sa mga naririnig natin na nagagaling sa loob ng PDP. Acknowledge na nyo muna na without Inday, walang mangyayari. Di ba? I think VP Inday should take over PDP, but we'll see. Sabi ni Gerald, edita meme si Coach Jarrett niyan sa pag-alyansa sa Dilawan. He's trapped. Oo nga eh. Wala pa akong masasagot, Sir Dan. Tanong niya kasi about yung difference ng actual voters and official. Hindi ko pa inaaral yung issues but I'm waiting for more pronouncements from Attorney Glenn Chong and from Attorney Harold Vespicio. So, but today is not for that. Today is for celebrating and showing and consolidating our forces against the potential kalaban in 2028. Para dun sa, if you want to discuss that, siguro pag-aralan po muna natin at huwag tayo basta-basta mag-aakusa. Okay? Because it's a crime. So, ingat-ingat lang po muna. Ano na status ng Partido Federal? May mga naipanalo naman yata sila na local, pero hindi ako sure. In places na nagkalaban ng PFP at saka ang Lakas, obviously, nananalo yung most of the time yung Lakas, but we still have some wins. And PFP, alam naman natin na ang PFP ginagamit lang ng administrasyon. Ginamit nila in these last elections para ma-block out dun sa mga official recognitions ang PDP. Sabi ni Ma'am Janet, tama, talk is cheap. Walang nagawa ang admin. Sabi ni Ma'am ni Lou, yung asawa ko hindi maka-Duterte pero si Sara ang iboboto niya sa 2028 kasi wala na daw pwede kundi si Inday. I like that. Unfortunately po, hindi nakapasok ang Epanaw sa, sa list. Pasok pa rin ang Duterte youth. Sagip is there, I think. Sabi ni Ola, Attorney, can you please talk about PRD's win? Iba talaga si tatay, nanalo ng hindi nangangampanya. Iba yung naiwan niya kasi na legacy na hindi na niya kailangan mangampanya. Work from home. Work from The Hague. WFH, galing. Oo, ang galing. Totoo naman yan. Merong mga nagsasabing, paano yan? Ano mangyayari pag si Tatay Digong nanalo? Hindi siya makakaano. Sino mag-take over? Not to worry. Tatay Digong can be proclaimed the winner. He doesn't have to be physically here, but he cannot undertake the duties. So hindi siya makakapag-oath unless payagan nila online, di ba? But in cases like this, where the proclaimed winner cannot take on the duties, then the vice mayor is going to take over. Ang galing ng strategy ni tatay. Oh, takbo siyang mayor. Si Baste. Oh, in case of the incapacity of the mayor, the vice mayor takes over. Hindi pa rin papasok si Carlo Nograles. Rumors of ICC warrant on Bato and BG is very critical to VP impeachment. Why are you speaking so vaguely? Kaya nga sinasabi natin, this big win of Bato and BG is sufficient to thwart an attempt to ship them out to The Hague. Kasi ang laki ng following, number 1 si SBG. That is a critical political fact. Now, what is difficult is to remember the feeling we have right now. But we must remember this part. We must remember that when we came together, we won. Okay? When we came together and we, with a leader as competent as VP Inday, we have critical victories. Actually, ma'am, sinagot na natin kanina, hindi come from nowhere si Bam, in fairness to him. He was always, in the surveys, he was always 12, 13, 14, 15. Doon naglalaro yung kanyang As far as the yellows go, he was the candidate. They did concentrate their efforts on winning for Bam. And then Bam also secured the INC vote. So there was no question. Ang tanong nga lang is, tama pa rin ang tanong ng anak niyo, ma'am. It is still correct to ask, how did he make it so high? Number 2, again, like I'm telling you, it is quite possible that he sought the help of the US. Remember, sok them yan. They're not above asking the help of the US. But what they did, their victory isn't just the fact na number 2 si Bam. Their victory is they were able to block out the US from supporting BBM in these elections. Sabi ni Julius, shout out sa mga magagaling na IT sa Comelec. I hear you. I hear you. Sa resulta ng eleksyon ngayon, makakapalag na po kaya yung numbers ng kampi kay VP Sara sa Senate. Senator Robin, pero si Alan at Mark kaya, sure na yun na Duterte side yan. NPC nga di ba? Kaya nga po inendorso ni VP Inday si Camille, mapapasok niya yung NPC. So, kuha niya si Mark Villar. So, ano pa? So, si Alan, sure na yan. Si Pia, mahahatak ni Alan because hindi sila yung type na magkapatid na naghihiwalay ng boto. So, we have more than enough to thwart an impeachment. Wala po si Chavit Singson sa balota. Sabi, ano naman yung interview ni Boying na ikakasa niya yung kaso ni Inday at aarestuhin siya. Opinion niyo po. Bakit kailangan hingin yung opinion? Talagang maghahanap kayo ng nega na mailalabas, ano? E di ikasa niya. Alam niyo, yung totoo niyan, pagdating sa kaso, hindi mo kailangan magpa-interview. E di file niya. Yun yung storya. Ang storya, yung pag nag-file, hindi yung, plano namin i-file. Matagal na namin sinasabi sa karambola yan. May reason kung bakit ilalabas mo yung impormasyon na ganyan nang hindi ka pa nagpa-file ng kaso. Bakit niya nilalabas yan? It's to get support for it. And to make it, that was election rhetoric. Ngayon, kung ikakasa nila, di sige game. Pero ako, knowing the facts, sure ako kayang-kaya ni VP Inday yan. Yes, Joel Villanueva, parang kay VP din siya. Yung dalawang Estrada, kay VP din yun. Remember, they impeach in-impeach din yung tatay nila. You think that they will, support another impeachment? Sino yung umiiyak dito tungkol kay Tulfo? Nasa na yun, mahanap, sandali Ayan, yan yung reason kung bakit nanalo siya. O, tignan mo, sabi ni Pichu, I think Bam is an okay person. I'm just concerned about his stand on the impeachment. I keep reading conflicting positions, pro or anti siya. The reason nga, nagalit yung ibang mga party mates sa kanya is because to get the kwento, we don't know if this is true or not, the kwento is that in order to secure the endorsement of the INC, he had to commit against the impeachment. So, ewan ko sa inyo, pero ako yung mga, Bam is an okay person, yung mga ganyan-ganyan, that's trying to mitigate things Ayokong i-mitigate. The fact remains, yung mga dilaw kalaban natin sa 2028, I am not going to be party to any, mabait naman siya, ganito, no. From this point onwards, kalaban na sila. Yes, he's probably going to vote against the impeachment. But that was a transaction, if the kwento is true. That was a transaction. So that manalo siya. But is he on VP side? Of course not. Doon siya sa tabi ni Rizon Tiveros. Hindi ako agree. Sabi ni Sir Manuel Encarnado, Lenny's just testing the water. She's throwing Bam and Kiko in for her next move. From the past, she knew LP and Pink Allowance no more. Now she sees na pwede na ulit. Bam for President, Lenny for VP. Sana tama po ba? Hindi po. Lenny has already shown that she can't win it. Post her stint as a VP, wala na. Ano na lang ang kaya? Di ba she ran for President? Ang liit ng no. Ang totoo niyan, nobody even asked Lenny to run for Senate. Or if they did, it wasn't serious. So, we don't even know if she's still part of it. Kung ano pa rin siya, or she's on her own na as mayor. Ah, meron akong hinahanap eh. Teka, nawala yung hinahanap ko kanina. Ito muna, sabi ni Mike, with low approval ratings ni BBM, didistansya ng mga politiko sa kanya in preparation for 2028. Kiss of death siya. Sabi ni Charito, I'm not pro Duterte, but if VP Sara will run for presidency in 2028, we'll surely vote for her. Isa din, yun, sabi ni Poncio Pilato, isa din ako dun sa umiyak kasi ang dami pa rin bumoto kay Erwin Tulfo. Kailan ba matututo mga taong bayan? Hindi ko nga alam kung si Erwin ba talaga pangalan niya o Erich eh. Hindi, thank you for providing the cloud to the silver lining. Hindi niya nakikita. May tulog si Erwin Tulfo. May kaso nga siya, di ba? Number 1 yan. Hindi pa tayo sure kung hindi siya, hindi siya disqualified. Kasi pwede pa yan eh. Eh kung magkaroon ng Senate Electoral Tribunal at puro Duterte yung nakaupo, sa tingin ninyo, sinong mananalo dyan? Assuming na pag-aksayahan natin ng oras yan. Erwin Tulfo won, sure. Given yan, hindi yung overnight makakonvince yung mga followers niya. Pero nag-iisa siya. Sinong kakampi niya? Sino pa ngayon ang kakampi sa administrasyon? Nakita na kung ganong kahina sila. Number 2, natalo si Ben Tulfo. 1-2 punch yung dalawang yan eh. And dati, number 1 si Erwin Tulfo, nasa na siya ngayon? Laglag ang Ben Tulfo at wala sa top 3 ang Erwin. So, iiyak pa rin kayo. Kasi, kailangan syempre may cloud yung silver lining natin. Bukod pa dyan, sa tingin ninyo, titigil na sabihan ng US ang administrasyon na isukom nyo nga sa amin yung Erwin Tulfo na yan? Yung Erich na yan, Erich Sylvester na yan, you think hindi siya inihingi? Malaking kasalanan sa US yung ginawa niya kasi nga, kung totoo na nag-serve siya sa US military, may damage yan. Kailan ba matututo yung taong bayan? Why do you insist on the cloud instead of the silver lining? May mga naipanalo naman tayo. Ibig sabihin, pag may nakikita kayong ganyan, it means that we still have work. Stop thinking that people suddenly, magically one day realize na, ay, hindi naman pala pwede artista. Tingnan niyo, so yung mga artistang nalaglag sa pagkasenador, isa kakampi pa natin, si Philip Salvador. He was rating very high in the surveys. Iyak pa rin kayo. si Lito Lapid, naghihingalo. Nasa bottom na. Nanalo pa rin, yes, pero hindi na ganun ka-sure win siya. Si Lucky Manzano natalo sa Batangas. Iyak pa rin kayo. Ibig sabihin, nagbabago naman ang mundo. Pero the reason that the change is slow, kasi ni-reinforce ninyo eh. Yung mga ganyan, ibig sabihin po na talo pa rin tayo sa artista. Maglalakas loob ang mga artista because you are the ones promoting the win. People will think na, okay naman pala. Artista, win. It's no longer a true thing. And don't think that these things happen overnight. The fact remains, hindi na siya nag-number 1. He fell from grace. Maybe not as far as we wanted him to fall, pero fall he did. Actually, hindi. Many of the surveys tama, pero hindi lahat ng surveys tama. Totoo naman yan. Kasi may isang survey nga, natawan-tawa ako doon sa lumabas eh. Yung mga tipong, wow, lahat ng alyansa, pasok. Wala naman tayo doon, di ba? So don't say sinungaling ang survey. There were some surveys that got it right. Wait. So again, ulitin ko ha. This is a message. Kaso, kinukorod din niyo yung message. Ang laki pa rin ng panalo natin. Ang daming natalo dun sa mga bumalahura kay DP Inday, sa bumabalahura sa atin, sa mga nag-aano sa atin, nag-o-oppress sa atin, ang daming nawala. Hindi 100%. Pero did anybody really expect na 100%? Hindi natin akala na pagkatapos ng lahat ng ayuda na yon, may maipapanalo pa rin tayo. Ewan ko ba? Kailangan ipamukha natin sa kanila, kailangan imerisin natin sila o ano akala ninyo? You plunder the national treasury, you plunder the funds for projects and all that para maipatakbo yung gobyerno natin sa maling akala ninyo na pag nagnakaw kayo ng just enough, pag nagnakaw kayo dun sa national treasury, maipapanalo ninyo? Na pag wala kayong ginawa pero namigay lang kayo ng namigay ng pera, akala ninyo may mangyayari sa inyo. Ayan, pinupulot kayo sa kangkungan. We were able to prove na hindi nyo kailangan ng ganyan. Bukod pa dyan, may mga tumakbo. Ganong karami bang pera ng ibang mga kandidato natin na ipanalo pa rin? Why do you insist in snatching defeat from the jaws of victory? Swear you. I swear. Masyadong yung nakikita yung mga pagkatalo. Can you celebrate this now? Because in our celebration, napapamukha natin dun sa mga tinalo natin na talo kayo. Magdalawang isip kayo dun sa pagka-challenge ninyo. Magdalawang isip kayo the next time you try to do this to somebody like Tatay Digong. And I swear this on the elections. Now, I will make sure that they pay for what they did to Tatay Digong. You know, history will bury them. Sabi ni Soft Cold-Hearted, nag-file ata ng motion daw si Gwen Garcia na i-postpone ng proclamation ni Pambari 4. The joke around Cebu is may white smoke na daw sa Cebu Provincial Capital. Habemos Pam. I love it. I love it. Congratulations, Cebu. Sabi ni Don Vito, yung talo na si Stella Kimbo tapos mag-a-appear pa siya sa Supreme Court next week. Take the win. Mine. Hi, kay Fleur Delis. Iwanan daw niya muna ako. Nasaan siya? Mag-team replay muna ako sa live ninyo ni Crisette and others. Grabe kayo. Bakit? Talaga mas importante yung, yung usapang awakening kaysa sa ganito. Yan, sabi ni Ivan, lumakas lang po sila dahil sa Pink and Loyalist combined, pero kahit pagsamahan pa rin nila yan, lalakas pa rin tayo. Sara, medyo gumaganda ng laban. Hindi na nila kakampi ang Pink at Yellow. Yun ang ibig sabihin nitong election na ito. Ang kalaban natin sa susunod, wala na. Hindi na relevant ang alyansa, hindi na relevant ang BBM administration. They are on their way out. Whether they read the writing on the wall or not, wala silang accomplishments. Paano nila ihahabol in the next 3 years ang walang accomplishment ng first 3 years nila? Nakuha nila yung TRO? What do you mean nilabas ang TRO? Granted? Check natin. O nag-file pa lang sila ng TRO? Wala akong nakikitang 17 hours ago. Ang report pa lang is behind siya. Nakakatawa, kasi 1 week ago, naglabas pa ng parang press release. Sabi, so Governor Gwen Garcia gets 98% voter support in latest survey. That's 2 weeks ago. So much can happen in 2 weeks.